Atena Faridani is a 28-year-old Iranian artist, and she was just sentenced to 12 years in prison for the crime of posting a feminist cartoon on Facebook. Well, she's a genuine victim of a repressive patriarchal society. Yet we hear little or nothing about women like her from the American women's movement. Why not? That's coming up next on The Factual Feminist. Atena Faridani was arrested in August of 2014. 12 members of the Iranian Revolutionary Guard came to her house, blindfolded her, and took her to prison. Now, what exactly was her crime? She posted a satirical cartoon on Facebook to protest actions of the Iranian parliament. The parliament was proposing to restrict access to birth control. Now, she was charged with spreading propaganda, insulting members of parliament through paintings. Once in prison, she continued to paint and draw. She flattened paper cups and made drawings. Well, this was against prison rules. She was then denied paper cups. Well, she took some cups from the bathroom into her cell, and when this was discovered, she was beaten, she was sexually assaulted. Now, Atena Faridani is just one of millions of women and men whose basic rights have been ruthlessly violated. And I've been to international women's conferences and met women's rights activists from countries like Yemen and Iran, Egypt, Cambodia. They are struggling for freedoms that most women in the West just take for granted. And they're organizing against barbaric practices like child marriage, forced veiling, honor killings, acid burnings. Now, many of these women are asking for the moral, intellectual, material support from American women's groups. But American feminists are relatively silent about these injustices, especially feminists on campus. I mean, during the late 70s and 80s, there were massive demonstrations on American campuses about racial apartheid in South Africa. There's nothing remotely comparable today on the campus against gender apartheid, which is prevalent in large parts of the world. Well, I think I know why. Too many young feminists are too preoccupied with their own supposed victimhood to make common cause with women like Atena Faridani. Now, if you look at the texts used in gender studies classes or visit feminist blogs or websites, you're going to find alarm and outrage over the allegedly oppressed state of American women. Consider something like the Penguin Atlas of Women in the World. This is typical of what one finds in Gender Studies 101. It ranks the United States along with Uganda and Somalia in terms of women being kept in their place. Now, why is this? Well, because apparently in both countries, as the editor says, patriarchal assumptions operate in potent combination with fundamental religious interpretations. And the editor explains further that in Uganda, a man can claim an unmarried woman as his wife by raping her. As for the United States, she notes that our state legislators have passed hundreds of anti-abortion measures. Well, never mind, the Uganda practice is barbaric. And the controversy surrounding abortion in the United States, that's just a messy democracy working out its disagreements. This past year, I visited Yale, UCLA, University of California at San Luis Obispo, as well as Oberlin and Georgetown. I found activist feminist students passionately absorbed in the cause of liberating themselves from the grasp of the violent patriarchal rape culture that surrounds them. They had trigger warnings and safe spaces, microaggression watches, all to save themselves from the ravages of the male hegemony. Now, look, it's not that they don't feel bad for women in places like Iran, but they think that they share a similar fate. Except they don't. They are free women. They are the beneficiaries of two major waves of feminism. Their rights are fully protected by law. Now, Samantha Powers is a very able U.S. ambassador to the United Nations, and she's a prominent champion of human rights. But she recently addressed the graduating class of Barnard College. But instead of urging graduates to support women struggling against oppression in places like Afghanistan, she congratulated them for waging a similar struggle of their own. And she cited Emma Sulkowicz and her mattress as a symbol of women coping with the struggle against oppression. And she compared the young women in Afghanistan struggling for gender justice with American college women. Well, never mind the questionable basis of Sulkowicz's public shaming campaign with her mattress. Sulkowicz lives in a country where laws, institutions, and customs protect her. The women in Afghanistan do not. Afghan women are coping with the Taliban. Sulkowicz is coping with Columbia classmates. The U.S. ambassador to the United Nations should be clear about that distinction. American women, especially college women, are among the freest and most self-determining in the world. And instead of retreating into safe spaces and focusing on their own imagined oppression, They should be reaching out to women like Atena Faridani. Oppressive patriarchies do exist, but the United States is not one of them. Millions of women are suffering, and there are few nobler causes than finding ways to help them. Well, do you agree that campus feminists should come out of their safe spaces and forge alliances with women across the globe struggling for basic rights? Well, let me know what you think in the comments section. Follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and thank you for watching The Factual Feminist.